Anyone?
Jimmy, Mason Cole said you called that play at the end there, Benny Snell touchdown. Is that something that you just have maturation now, or would you have done that week 2, week 3, week 5?
Yeah, Coach T, puts a lot of confidence, in myself. Just, asks me what I like, what I don't like. I feel like that play, just watching from tape, all week. Simple play, but something I feel like other teams weren't doing that I think if we gave it a shot, I think we could have been successful. We were in 4-down territory, so we were going to go for it again on the next play if we didn't get it. But I felt real confident with that play and, real happy we got in the end zone.
You say to Matt, I want to write this, or you run this, you go to Mike, what's the process?
We have a great, open communication. I'll go up to Coach Soley and Coach Tomlin, and, we had a conversation, and, that was the play I brought up. I felt really confident about it. They felt good about it too, so we rolled with it.
What's the conversation that you guys are having amongst yourself on the offense between the third and the fourth quarter when you're coming out, you got a third down, third quarter didn't go the way you wanted it to? Just what are you guys talking about on the sideline?
Yeah, just get that first down, and we feel like we moved the ball really well. So, we had those, I think it was the 2 3 and outs, slow start, just based off of execution alone. Nothing schematically, nothing X's and O's wise, just flat out us executing. I got to make throws, we got to make plays, and we would have been on the move just like we were in that first half. So that's something that we definitely need to clean up. But really happy with the guys, how we responded, how we were on third down. In that fourth quarter, I think really helped us, come away with the win.
What does it do for you personally to have not only your first road win, but your first fourth quarter comeback? You guys were, I think, 0-6 when you trailed going into the fourth quarter before tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of positive to take from it. It's really hard to win in this league, and right now we're a 4-win team. Right now we have to own that, and we got to chip away at it and get back to winning. And this definitely was the start. So there's things we got to build from off this game and take a lot of positives from it. And then obviously, there's things that we'll check the tape, and we got a quick turnaround here to get back on Sunday and go down to Atlanta. So there's things that we got to clean up and get right in order to take care of business on Sunday.
What was the window to Pickett's on the 2-point?
The window, when the defender's back to you, you can kind of, place the ball where you want, and it's George that has to make the play. I was happy he kind of jabbed inside, went out. So low and away is usually the safe bet to give him the best chance to make a play. And he went down and made a hell of a play. And I was talking to him all game, just keeping his head in. He's an unbelievable player, and there's going to be ups and downs in this thing. But if we stick with it, I think we'll be all right at the end of the day.
What does it say about your chemistry and your relationship with George that you guys were able to execute that scramble drill on the 2-point conversion?
Yeah, it's it takes time, it takes repetitions, and Coach Tomlin does a great job of putting us in those situations, and 7-shot plays, and we're all training camp, all spring, and even during the season we have that period once a week. So it's great to have those opportunities to see them play out in game situations, and no one blinks when we get down there. We're real confident in all the stuff that we have because we've repped it so many times, and working that scramble drill, just being able to extend, and George doing a great job of coming back to the football and making a play was huge for us.
Kenny, when Mike was out here just a few minutes ago, he said he feels like the team is good enough and you're good enough to continue winning while you develop. 2 wins in the last 3 weeks, played the Bengals tough. What's going on the last month that you guys feel you can build upon?
I think it's just chemistry playing together, and we're all believing in what we're doing, and we're showing up every day to work, and every guy in that locker room wants to win, and we're doing everything it takes to go out there and win, and we're leaving it out there. I think that's if you have that, you got a shot. So that's a good starting point. And there's a lot of things to clean up, but if we continue to build on the positives and clean up the negatives, I think we'll continue to trend in this direction.
Part of how you guys saw him shook off that rough third quarter to pull off the comeback.
Yeah, listen, it's the National Football League, man. It's a tough deal when you can't get things going, and it just takes that one play to spring us, and that's what happened, this game. So I'm glad we were able to turn it around. No one had any doubts, no one had any, second thoughts going out there in that fourth quarter that we're going to win the game, and I think that's huge. Seeing the confidence in everybody in the huddle. That we had no doubt that we're going to come away with the win. So it was great to see that.
Is there in general a greater comfort level for you at this point? Just speaking for you.
Yeah, I think every week you play in a system, you play with guys, you're just going to get more and more comfortable. I think it's just football and playing the quarterback position, it takes a lot of time. It takes continuity with guys to continue to improve. And I think we're seeing that on tape. We're seeing that week in, week out. We're pushing to make the big jumps, and everyone wants to make the big jumps. Sometimes you just got to take the positives and continue to go, and sooner or later you'll see that big leap you made, as a group, and it's special when that all comes together. So that's what we're working towards.
Hey, Rob, tonight, say about the offensive line when you guys are still able to run the ball like you are with your third.
Yeah, listen, we lean on those guys. We go the way those guys go. Our backs did a phenomenal job. The tight ends in the run game. So there's a lot that goes into it. But that group we have up front, man, we were pretty tight. They're real tight together. They have great continuity, and it's great to see from early in the season what people were saying to now and how great those guys are playing. Incredibly proud to be those guys to be their quarterback and play with them.
Comfort level playing at Lucas Oil, and we talked to you about the combine. Did you end up thinking about it at all, or feel any familiarity?
Yeah, like I told you earlier, it was quick. You walk out, you remember, all the drills you went through throwing out there for the combine, and then you snap back into, trying to go win a football game. But I felt comfortable, on the road here and working the silent count and having great communication with the guys. So I think my previous experience has only helped me, this game. And, that's what, I really want to continue to do, just have those prior experiences, improve my level of play, as we roll on here.
That collective staying with it that you referenced, was anybody driving that, or was it just kind of a group understanding?
Yeah, it's a group effort, man. If I make a bad throw, those guys pick me up. If, they miss a block or they drop a pass, I'll pick them up, and we just continue to move on that way. That's what great teams do, great teammates do. And you just continue to see the improvements throughout the game. When we get back on track like we did and converting those big third downs, going down there and punching it in and then getting the 2-point conversion. I think everybody sticking together, working towards that same goal is really what drove that.
Did you have to say anything during that drive? You go in, give any special speech? Or do you want to not show any different emotion at that point?
Listen, it's reading the room. It's just, knowing what we need. I think everyone was dialed. Everyone was locked in on what we had to do. There's no rah-rah speech that's going to go put the ball in the end zone. So, you just kind of have that look about you, and everybody else responds that way. And it was business. So it was an unbelievable drive. Great drive to get in there and then, get the 2-point conversion.
Final one.
Kenny, when a guy like Benny Snell gets his number called,
Yep.
and he really fills in well, and you guys don't miss a beat, is that fun in the huddle? What is that?
It's a ton of fun, man, especially because I play with Benny a lot in the preseason. So we have a great relationship, and, when we're in there together, I have nothing but, extreme confidence that he's going to do his job, I'll do mine. And he's a guy that has an edge to him and plays really hard, man. So I absolutely love playing, with Benny and what he does for us when he's in there, that kind of juice he brings, that edge to him. He runs angry. Detailed guy, really hasn't gotten many snaps and comes in here and does his job at a really high level. So nothing but, extremely great things to say about, Benny, and really proud of how he played, and it was awesome to see.
All right. Thanks, guys. We have Alex here.
Great questions for Alex.
That was a big play at the end when you went through the tight end and got the third down tackle for loss, and kind of go through what you're seeing there.
Yeah, I felt like they kind of hurried up to the ball, and watched the film and kind of knowing the position the tight end was in, I could kind of tell that he was going to try to cut me off. It was going to be a run play, back depth, and just seeing how quick they were getting up to the ball, I knew they were going to do a run play. So, just trusted my instincts, just shot it.
What does it say about the defense? I know second half Colts got going, but you guys were still able to hold them there at the end. Just what does that do for you guys to be able to hold on?
Yeah, I think we were just resilient, on that stop, and also on the one where we recovered the football. But we know we didn't play to the way we were capable, especially in that second half. They got a couple long drives on us, a couple touchdowns, and so we just know we got to be better. I got to be better. We all got to be better, and so we came in with the victory. That's what matters most. But we know that we can be a lot better.
What do you think was the biggest difference from the first half to the second half?
Yeah, I felt like they came out and they were able to establish the run. So, you know, I feel like we didn't play that as good in the second half. And on the drives that they did score, you know, Jonathan Taylor was, you know, run the ball really good. And so we just can't ease up in that aspect, because I felt like we sat down the run very well in the first half. And so we just got to play a full game when it comes to that.
Overall, though, you feel like you guys did a pretty good job against Taylor. I mean, he never broke the long one, I think, as well.
Yeah, I felt like, you know, we kept it contained, but, you know, it's we got to get back in the film and watch, you know, just get better at, you know, making the pile fall backwards, because there's times where, you know, we had them stopped and the pile just fell forward. And so we just got to continue to get better in that aspect. But, you know, we just got to get back in the film room and tomorrow and look how we can improve.
Surprised to see Wormley come up with that one, where you guys kind of watched it on the scoreboard, what happened there?
I mean, I was in, and I was outside, and I got off, and at first I thought, you know, Matt Ryan recovered it, but then I saw Worm just find his way into it. So he did a great job, made a great play for us, you know, on that play right there.
I know you're on the sideline when Kenny Pickett's on the field, but what is seeing him have the game that he had and also be a part of that fourth quarter comeback, what does that just do for your confidence and the defense's confidence and him in the offense?
Yeah, you know, it's just been awesome seeing Kenny grow, you know, ever since he's been in. I think he did a great job, you know, displaying a lot of leadership and maturity today, and I think he's going to continue to grow and lead that offense. And, you know, he just guys like Benny Snell and Aunt Matt coming in and, you know, playing, you know, valuable reps and getting a bunch of yards on the ground was awesome as well. So, you know, just excited to see the way that they're growing, and they're going to continue to grow. And so that just gives us, you know, more confidence as a defense to go out there and just be our best.
Is there a little bit more juice out there on the last minute drive on prime time, you know, game on the line, that kind of thing?
Yeah, it's definitely tiring, you know, those 2-minute drives, because they're going fast. But, you know, it's you know, you got to be able to make those plays to get off the field and win the game. And so I felt like we were able to do that. And, you know, defense came up with a good stop on that last drive.
Were you surprised at their own pace on the final drive, that they didn't their timeouts?
No, we kind of knew they were going to go pace. And I had a feeling they were going to stay them until after the 2 minutes and stuff. But you know, a lot of teams in the 2-minute drive do go pace because they want to get the ball down the field. So we weren't really surprised by that.
I see a lot of guys in the defensive backfield playing a lot of different spots, down to down, shifting. How did that work so well? Why did that work so well?
Yeah, I think it just shows the versatility of the guys that we have. You know, guys are able to play different positions and stuff like that. So I feel like, you know, wherever guys were called to be in this game, they delivered, and they did that. And so I think it just shows the versatility of the guys that we have.
Speaking of which, how much did James's early pick there kind of set the tone for you guys?
That was great. You know, this epitome of starting fast. You know, it was a great play. You know, I was rushing, turn around, and great catch, great play. So I'm just happy for him, you know, coming in and make a play like that. But it really just started us off and really got us a lot of momentum that first half, the way we played. And so that was a huge play by him.
They're the most sacked team in the league. You guys had 1 through 3 quarters. How satisfying was it to finally get home on some of those plays in the fourth quarter? What was the biggest difference for you guys to execute?
It was. You know, we knew we had to just keep compressing the pocket. But we know that we just got to be better. You know, we know that we're a lot capable of getting more sacks than that. And so it felt like we were able to get them off the spot. We just weren't able to finish. So we just got to be able to finish those more coming up this next week.
All right,
Thanks, Alex. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.